here's a look at Bills Stadium here in Orchard Park, New York. A few moments ago, to the delight of this Buffalo crowd, it was the Bills racing out of the tunnel as they get set to match up with the Miami Dolphins. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Working with a 2nd and 3. On the handoff, this is Breida. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And now they'll throw with Allen. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down.
Every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know as a defender it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath. Maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, it has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. Now a give to Breida. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Now it's Breida. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A good run of 6 yards there, gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up. Allen. Dancing to his left. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And the Dolphins are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11.
Running the ball can be a struggle in this part of the field. In fact, it's a perfect spot for defenders to pin their ears back and try and work upfield, and they capture him for a loss.
Another carry for Michelle on 2nd down. And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they can use something here on 3rd down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away, because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. McKenzie now to return it. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Allen now set up a screen for Breida. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2, and it was the Bills winning on the road, so they look for the sweep here in Buffalo. Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
From the gun, it's Allen. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. They'll roll him out right. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
They'll try to run with Breida, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Matt Breida, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bills will add on to their lead. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths, running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that, and it wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
An extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that makes this a 9-point game.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
Second and 10.
Here's Tua.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. They got to get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
And the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. He's going to loft one deep left side here.
And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
That certainly looks like nothing to show now from these first 2 possessions. And guess what? When you're on a losing streak, that can lead to a full sense of, here we go again. So on the sidelines, the offensive play callers, quarterback, they've got to get together and dial something up to start their next drive. Otherwise, it could be a long game.
A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, keel up, and come back strong.
That's what the hope is anyway, because you're going to find out now with your team, are you still focused on being the best you can be for the rest of the season with the things going the way they have earlier this year?
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. This is Breida. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
2nd and 8. Play action. Now it's Allen. Out to his left. He'll dump this down to Matt Breida. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. After 1, it's 9-0. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Here's Allen to throw it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Throwing now is Allen. Sliding out of the pocket. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Now 3rd and goal following incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. And again, it's Allen. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
Well, there certainly was a lot going on that play. Every option in the end zone covered. No place to go with the ball. Had to swing it out to the back. A good job running and getting him tackled in the open field.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. Braxton Berrios selected to bring it out. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Play action. Now it's Tua. Rolling to his right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. So after the INT, it's Allen. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And he gets us from inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 41 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Breida, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Matt Breida with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Bills will extend their lead. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
An extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will make this a 19-point game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Flushed out right. His throw incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
3rd and 1, and Tua wants to throw it. Going deep here for Parker. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And, Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 30. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is, you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game, telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run it, try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
On play action, here's Tua. On the move to his left. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Matt Milano able to get outside the numbers and drop him for a loss of a yard. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Tua on 4th down. Touchdown, Dolphins. Will Fuller, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And this is back to a 5-point game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the 1st down marker. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Now a give coming right is Breida. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
On play action, Allen. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
The Bills on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Allen. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 49-yard line. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Going deep for Diggs. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Tyler Bass now for the point after. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And I guess, Charles, sometimes when you have a receiver well over 6 foot, you do that. Just put it up there, let him grab it, and he did.
And it certainly appears like a 50-50 ball, right? We always talk about that when both sides have a chance to get it, the receiver or the guy covering him. But I think the odds actually are in favor of the offense. They can see the ball coming oftentimes before the defender can get his head around. So I think that really goes to like 70-30, and they should be able to go up and get it most of the time.
And he got it there. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Tua to throw again. Forced out to his left. There's Fuller for a Dolphin touchdown. Will Fuller with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Dolphins get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And this is back to a 5-point game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. McKenzie will not return this, and it will be brought out to the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they've got just under 50 seconds, so time enough to try to work their way downfield if they so choose. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Flush, and he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Second and 11 now. 56. Another try after the first down sack. Allen. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart. They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty is a result of that hit there. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Allen going to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. And there we saw rolling right out of the pocket. Maybe his momentum taking him toward that sideline led him a little too far. Yeah, that is difficult, isn't it? Plus, you're closing down your space, right? You're shortening the field for your receivers. And their inclination is to go towards the sidelines as fast as the quarterback is as well. Hard for them to throttle down to leave themselves with enough room to stay in bounds and catch the ball. Works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To the air, Allen. He'll take a shot for the end zone. He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs as the first half is winding down. And the Bills will extend their lead here just before halftime. Now, I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. An extra point by Bass, up and good, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive as they'll take over with just 13 seconds to go before the break. No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Escaping the pressure right. He's got Fuller. He takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Tua, the final shot before half. He's letting this one go for Fuller. He's got a man, complete. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. So we are at halftime here on Halloween, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And, Charles, they trail here, though not really the fault of this offense.
No, they certainly did their part in the first half, but when you're in a shootout like this, you definitely want your defense to play better, but you know that's out of your control. All you can do, keep putting points on the scoreboard and keep giving your defense opportunities to make stops.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Another carry for Michel on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off of play action, Tagovailoa steps away. Room to run past midfield. And down right around the 37.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Michel. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
8 yards to go on 2nd down. Again, it's Michel. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
On 1st down, Michel. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Being chased out left. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Bills are going to get the football here at their own 23. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
Allen's throw here pulled in by Beasley. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Left side caught by Diggs. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. John Feliciano, the guard, the guilty party there. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Here's Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
On second down, here's a run with Singletary. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. And sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
Allen off the play fake. Rolling to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
We're in the third quarter in upstate New York with a 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, Breida. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 62 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Here's Breida. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Matt Breida scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game. So they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that will make this a 19-point game.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On 2nd down, Michel. And Michel will have the first down and more. And he will finally be tracked down at the Bills' 35-yard line. A big play there for the Dolphins.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. This ball is caught by Shaheen. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Trying to pound it in here with Michel. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Sony Michel, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Whoa! He just yanked that one well to the left. And no good. And they decide fairly early here they need the ball back, so here's an onside kick. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
To throw on 2nd and 10. Allen.
Out to the left, he's got his tight end Knox. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
On first down, here's Breida. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They run again with Breida. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4. The Bills on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Singletary here running out of the gun. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Allen. And he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
The Bills on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. On play action, Allen. He'll buy some time right. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. Here's a handoff left side to Breida. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 105 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56. I got you, pump. Check 3, check 3, check 3. Alert, alert, alert.
To throw, it's Allen. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
56 is Mike. 56 is Mike.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Matt Breida, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Bills look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Here's Bass now for the extra point. Oh, this is blocked. Picked up by the offense. This is a live ball.
It's about that time. I told you. That's what we are. I like it, baby. I like it.
So after the blocked PAT, they're ready to kick this one off. Barrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a fourth straight loss. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. Oh, Tua going to be intercepted for the third time. Picked off by Josh Jones. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. Now a throw from outside the pocket, complete out left. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big gain there for the Bills. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Breida, he'll try the right side. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. 130 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Matt Breida, fine work there on the touchdown run. And the Bills look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. The extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will bump the lead up to 26. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Barrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Going deep here for Parker. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Tua once again here on 2nd and 10. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe you can expect more passes like that downfield. Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. Law had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
He did a fine job there not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. They'll roll him out right. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And incomplete on the deep ball. The Dolphins can't convert on fourth down. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. Elsewhere, they're into the fourth at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they hang on, that would up their win total to 5 on the season so far. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Tackle made there by Eric Rowe. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. On second down, it's Moss again. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a fourth down. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. This from 36 yards out. The kick by Bass is good. And that will push the lead up from 26, and it grows up to 29. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the gun, it's Tua. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. Tua setting up shop to throw again. To Michel on the screen. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. The coverage unit out there thinking pass on 3rd and 3. One final try for Tagovailoa. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And this is caught. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Buffalo, they move back over 500 now at 4 and 3. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for Miami, things are kind of getting ugly as they drop to 1 and 7 now on the year. And they'll be at home next week for a